Hi, this is Dr. Nicholas Meyer, and I'm past president of the International Academy of Biological Dentistry and Medicine. I wanted to share a few moments of your time with you about my wife's and mine excursion to the Medicine Week conference held in Baden-Baden, Germany. We traveled there in October 2 months ago or 3 months ago and had a marvelous time. The fall in Germany was absolutely stunning. The days were bright, big puffy clouds floating by overhead in the state of Bavaria. And we had a wonderful opportunity to mix and mingle with many people from all over. Just a note about Medicine Week. This is a conference which was built up now over 50 years. So we attended the 50th anniversary of Medicine Week. That in itself presented some wonderful networking opportunities because they had one of the largest galas I've ever attended. There was close to 1,000 people having it was not a sit down, but a buffet type meal. And it was just marvelous. And we happened to pick a spot during the seat selection. It was not anybody's seats in particular, but we had the opportunity of just choosing our seats, and we knew nobody that would be where we did choose to go. But we picked our seats up in the balcony section just because of the view that we would have of the stage and the dance floor and everybody down below. That was wonderful choice for us because it turns out the large group of people that was around us were predominantly dentists. This was say, the German contingent of the equivalent of the IABDM's group or the Holistic Dental Association. This was the German holistic dentists. And I think we must have met 20 of them sitting in the immediate area. So let me digress for a moment. So we traveled from Phoenix, Arizona, over to Baden-Baden, Germany, by way of Munich. Munich, if you haven't been there, is a wonderful old city and has wonderful food, great ambiance. It's a great walking city. And I was able to fulfill a many multi-year dream that I came home with a lederhosen. So I'll be all set for the Oktoberfest moving forward into the future. The the trip then from Munich was to Baden-Baden. Baden-Baden is a small town, about 10,000 people, on the border of France and Germany, near the French town of Strasbourg. We chose to take a train so that we had an opportunity to relax and just see the countryside as it went by. That was a marvelous opportunity just to do exactly what we wanted to do, was chill out and relax and read and watch the countryside. We happened to settle then into our hotel upon arriving in Baden-Baden. And the interesting thing was most of the people did not speak English. They spoke German. And I don't know enough German to fill a thimbleful. So as luck would have it, there was an older woman on the bus that we managed to figure out which one to take and then how many euros it was going to take to get us from point A to point B. And this very nice older woman uh, kind of took us under her wing. We started to talk, and she says, "Oh, I'll just walk you to your hotel," which was all of 2 blocks from the bus stop. So that she did. She pointed us in the right direction, and off we were. So we dropped our bags, went then wandering around a little bit in the town, and figured out where we had to go the next day, and which was at a place called the Congress House. The Congress House is a very large center, large for a small town of 10,000 people, but a large center where they hold this meeting now for the past 50 years. The arrival then in the morning when we went there to pick up our badges and check in and do all the registrations was greeted with high enthusiasm and anticipation. What we will find, never having been there before, only hearing wonderful things about it. So we get there, we check in, and we just are amazed. We're agog with all the vendors, just much like the traditional dental conventions that one would go to, but this was all the kind of things that we would love to have in our practices on the energetic medical side and the alternative healthcare medicines, your homeopathics and the things like that. And it's booth after booth after booth after booth after floor after floor after floor. And there are hundreds and hundreds of these vendors that you just had an opportunity to wander around, talk to them about their instrumentation. They had different ways of looking at things, or zeolites and posture analysis. And uh, some of the companies that we found there, uh, curiously enough, are from the United States. And one of the energetic medicine vendors that we happened to stumble upon, very first one, as a matter of fact, was from Salt Lake City, Utah. Yes, indeed. So the energetic practitioners that we were visiting with, who were from Holland, using what we thought was a German device, actually was from Salt Lake City, Utah. Flabbergasted us, blew us away that we're so far away only to have something like this literally right in our own backyard. So we visited and we had just a marvelous time. And I had just personally now, I just had gotten my book published. And the book came out, and I carded about 24 copies, brought them with me to Baden-Baden, and I had a list of those people that I wanted to get my book into their hands. And one of them was Thomas Rau, Dr. Rau from the Paracelsus Clinic. And Dietrich Klinghardt was there, and Mike Balin, who has the thermometry equipment and for the thermal scans, and a whole bunch of other people, marvelous people. There are people from all over the world. This happens to be Medicine Week conference. It's the largest conference in Europe of its kind. It's the largest alternative healthcare conference on the European Union. So and it draws approximately 3,000 to 5,000 people, which is not too shabby. So we just had a marvelous time, and I would strongly encourage you to maybe plan on visiting it yourselves. Now, there is a easy way that people from the States can hook up with an outfit called the Occidental Research Foundation. They're based in Canada. They organize a trip. They've been doing this for about 30 years, and they gather everybody together. You're responsible from going from the States to Frankfurt, Germany. That's where everybody convenes, and then they take a motor coach down into the area of Baden-Baden, and they'll have some an inn outside of the city proper of Baden-Baden where they stay, and they have, excuse me, they have their own programs done all in English. So, just like we go to many seminars and things of that nature, the seminaring that they are there doing from Occidental is all in English. And they will then join up with the groups over, they bring you to the conference in motor coach, and then you have the opportunity to listen in German to some of the presentations that are there. There are a few presentations that are held at the Congress House in English, and then you can visit all of the different vendors on the floors and just wander around freely. And so that was kind of our experience. We thoroughly enjoyed it. Loved the town. The curious thing about Baden-Baden, it's a spa town. They have these beautiful spas. They look kind of like casinos, actually, in my opinion. But they look wonderful. They're beautiful. This town goes back into the ancient Roman days when the Roman emperors would travel there and soak in the mineral springs from the town of Baden-Baden. That's a really neat story. And so happens during World War I and World War II, there was no damage at all to this town. The town was completely spared any bombing, and it's quite evident throughout all the architecture. It's a very charming, old flavored, old world German town. So my hope is that perhaps you could join in sometime and have the opportunity, as I and my wife did, to go to Medicine Week. And perhaps you could pick up a copy of my book or inquire about it, The Holistic Dental Matrix. The matrix is available for free on our website, which is drnicholasmeyer.com, drnicholasmeyer.com. And you can download chapter 1 for free, which includes the matrix and opportunity to purchase the book either in a Kindle form or in a physical hardcover book. So that is one of the things that I have to say. I can show you what the book will look like. There we go. The Holistic Dental Matrix, how your teeth can control your health and well-being. So it's a wonderful little book, and it's only 3 months old now, and it's just starting to have the rollout. So I hope you'll join us. Thank you very much.